So I open up a deck of cards one day, and I start shuffling and mixing, and I notice there's something strange about one of the cards in the deck, the Ace of Spades. It's really colorful, and it has the word Spectrum printed on it. So I decide to take a closer look, and I notice it has a strange back as well. It's got this spectrum of colors on it. It's completely different than all the rest. So I call up the U.S. Playing Card Company to complain, and I get a hold of the girl in customer service. I think her name was Ashley or Tiffany or one of those silly names. And she says to me, "Congratulations, you got yourself a Spectrum deck," as though I won a golden ticket in a Wonka bar. So I ask this crazy woman, I say, "What's this all about?" And she says, "It should have come with some instructions." I say, "It didn't." She says, "Don't worry about it, I'll help you out." And I'm thinking, wow, it must be my lucky day. So she says, "I need you to cut and mix the cards up a bit." And I say, "I did." And she says, "Go ahead and set some cards face up on the table." And then she says, "Don't just take one, but take two. In fact, don't just take two, take three." So I did. And once you got three, just take the rest of the deck and set it aside, and we'll get to those later. And then she says, "Place the three cards you've laid out on the table and put them in a nice pretty little row in front of the Ace of Spades." So I did. Now she says, "The rest of this is very important, so pay close attention." And she says, "Take the Ace of Spades and press it up against the other cards. Apply a little bit of pressure and heat with your hand." And then she says, "You gotta be careful, because if you apply too much heat or too much pressure, you might remove the spectrum." But it was too late. It was gone. She says, "Don't panic, it's okay, as long as the other cards are still blue." And I said, "Well, they are. Now, not the ones in your hand, I mean the ones that you set out on the table." And I said, "They're not. One's gold, one's green, and one's even pink." Then she says, "Good heavens, what have you done?" And I say, "Me." And then she says, "Don't panic. Just take the deck, place the Ace of Spades on the face of the pack, press on it with your fingertip and snap your fingers." I said, "What does that do?" She says, "Nothing, it just looks cool." So I snap my fingers again, because I like to look cool. But actually nothing seemed to happen. She says, "Wait a minute, how does the rest of the deck look?" I say, "It looks normal to me." And she said, "Good. After all you've done, you should have yourself a genuine, bona fide, highly collectible, almost priceless deck of Spectrum playing cards." And what do you know? I did.